Welcome to episode 1 of the Ayala Deathlacy, and as its creator and founder is LeShawn. I don't know, this is randomly generated. LeShawn's personality traits include being avant-garde, hating the outdoors, being neat, perceptive, and yet socially awkward. Surely all of these traits will assist her in the goal of getting to alchemy skill level 10 and using 50 potions. This challenge shall be taken upon Isla Paradiso in the largest lot available to man. A Deathlacy is like a legacy challenge, except the deaths are predetermined for each sim. For every death that you actually meet, you gain a point. If your sim dies in any other way than their predetermined death, you lose a point. LeShawn's first goals was to get into law enforcement, as well as learn an alchemy thing. Rather than build some paltry accommodations, LeShawn built the foundations that would shape her legacy house. LeShawn then set sail for her pursuit in law enforcement. But little did she know, her death had already been predetermined. One day, she would become a witch and be vexed by the haunting curse. Having little to no money and no accommodations upon her own land, LeShawn was forced to seek accommodation in the Paradise pub. The next day was her first day in law enforcement. Her first course of action was to make a friend in the department. Who was this person that she would confide in? Well, it was none other than David Hahn. Over the next 2 days, David and LeShawn's friendship blossomed. LeShawn taken the bold step of visiting David Hahn at his ridiculously expensive home. Noticing a woman walking in behind her after she entered, she asked the bold question, "Are you single?" But it was not to be. His marriage, in addition to the fact he was ridiculously rich, forbade her from pursuing him further. LeShawn's love quest would continue onwards. LeShawn cruised all around Isla Paradiso until she happened upon the home called the Romantic Household. It was there that she met Akoni. She soon discovered that this bachelor was unemployed and a couch potato. After a long talk and a lot of social awkwardness, she eventually left the residence. All was not in vain, for the next day she received a party invitation from Akoni. At the party, LeShawn soon discovered that Akoni was a bit of a flirt. Not wanting to travel all the way back to the pub, LeShawn thought maybe she could stay over. "Sure, make yourself at home," Akoni said coolly. Things soon got super serious. The next day, Akoni was watching television. LeShawn awoken to criticize some of his artwork in his apartment. Akoni said she can leave if she's going to be so inappropriate. Akoni reached out for her warm caress, and yet she rejected him. They soon made up, and inexplicably, they were married. Upon their arrival to LeShawn's home, Akoni discovered there is no home at all. With what meager funds Akoni had brought with him, they were able to decorate and buy a fridge and some light bulbs. Akoni had the aspiration of joining the education career. Given the lack of funds, it seemed like a good idea. Given the lack of bed and toilet at the Ayala residence, LeShawn reached out to Akoni's friend for a place to stay for the night. LeShawn used an appropriate, in a good way, a lifetime reward in order to successfully stay the night. But things were not going to plan. Akoni's lifetime wish was to be surrounded by family. And Akoni was as old as balls. Akoni's death also required him to be a rank 9 magician, so he had to quit his job and register as a magician. Will Akoni be able to see his lifetime wish come to fruition? Will they be able to support the child that is on the way? Find out this and more in the next episode of the Ayala Deathlacy.